Anything that is born will eventually break down and disappear. There's no such thing as something that appears without eventually disappearing. Change is guaranteed. Once things start to change, they keep changing continuously. This is the nature of our mind and how wisdom works. For example, a block of ice is constantly melting. It's clear to see. In the same way, our bodies are always slowly breaking down until one day they completely fall apart. This process of decay is always happening, whether fast or slow. Every second, every moment, everything is deteriorating. If we truly understand this, we'll realize that worldly concerns are unimportant. When we see people fighting, we'll understand it's pointless. Those who get caught up in chasing the highs and avoiding the lows of life seem lost. For us, interacting with life's ups and downs will depend only on the situation. If there's a reason to act, we will. If there isn't, we'll stop. The Buddha himself only set rules when there was a reason and did away with them when there was none. We need to understand what is worth doing and what is not, what is beneficial and what brings harm. When we live with wisdom, our suffering slowly decreases and our happiness increases naturally. This kind of happiness comes from not being attached to things. When we don't cling to anything, if something breaks or falls apart, it won't cause us pain. If we gain a title or status, but we're not attached to it, then when we lose it, we won't suffer. If we gain wealth but don't cling to it, losing it won't make us unhappy. Others might think we're suffering, but that's just their opinion. For us, it's our personal experience. When we're not attached to praise, then criticism doesn't bother us because we understand the true nature of life's ups and downs. This is how our suffering lessens. By seeing clearly the harm of attachment, and by understanding the way out. When we don't cling, we find peace. It's not that we simply decide one day that we're free of suffering. Without truly understanding why, that's not possible. If we follow this path with clear reasons, step by step, we can understand why we no longer suffer. But if someone is still suffering, it's because they're still holding on to things.